Good evening, everybody. It's Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti, and I'm coming to you with essentially this fleet that I've been kind of playing around with in my head. When I finally got my Y-Wing to 6-star, I decided to give it a try, and it was better than I thought. I haven't switched back to running Negotiator in that kind of standard Anakin with the Houndstooth and Ahsoka, or even Anakin and Houndstooth and 5s. I just don't bother. At the moment, I'm running it this way. We're going to go through and show you all of my ships, and then we're going to show you some clips. So the clips that we've got for you is you've got me doing a no reinforcement win over another Negotiator of lower stars, but their Houndstooth, Ahsoka, and Anakin are all relics. They're all relic 5 or better. And then he's got relics on the bench and stuff, but that doesn't really matter. We rip right through that team pretty easily. I do have a battle against a relic, a 5-star Malevolence. There's not very many Malevolences in my shard. There's actually only 2, and this one is the most developed of them. So I have a battle of this lineup against a Malevolence. That uses a Relic 7 IG-88 in the starting lineup, so it's not the standard Sun Fact, but Sun Fact is his first hit reinforcement, so that adds an extra stun. It's actually a pretty nasty little combo, and I think it's a pretty good fleet. But anyway, so we've got to fight against that. I really wanted to make this video, but I couldn't seem to line up when I'm like trying to record and getting one of the other 7-star Negotiators in my shard within reach. I was always above them. Like they get paid out before me, and we've got a really great fleet shard that lowers our fleets and stuff like that. So they usually lower and they drop, and so they're usually around 10 when I'm generally don't fall that far. So I'm usually like 3, like 6 or 7, something in there. So I just never really get a chance to attack them when I'm trying to record. So it just wasn't happening. And I was talking about it in my stream last night, and somebody in the stream, Aldous Sandfly, I believe is the full, yeah, Sandfly, said that he was willing to take his 7-star Negotiator, try my lineup, and give it a whirl. So I had been basically bragging about it a bit. So we've got 2 clips from him that we're going to show. One of them, he only takes 4 ships in the starting lineup in Plo, which is pretty much all that's necessary to beat any fleet, period. And ever since I did this change, I haven't lost, and so he wasn't having any problems smashing things with just 4 ships, which is pretty incredible. More to the point, he actually also did a no reinforcement win against a maxed Negotiator as well. So this lineup really works. It works extremely well on offense, and it smashes pretty much everything that you throw it against. I know it'll get better as my Y-Wing gets at 7-star, so I'm looking forward to that. There should be more damage from coming out of the ship, and it should be obviously tankier. I haven't tried it with Sarge on the bench instead of Houndstooth to add more protection, and I obviously should, because I never bring in my Houndstooth, so it doesn't really feel like it's a necessary ship in that fleet anymore, which is kind of amazing. Because generally it seems like Negotiator and Houndstooth were just kind of married, and I always thought that it felt kind of clunky. So anyway, we're going to go ahead, we're going to show you my ships, and we're going to get you into the fights. And with that, we're going to be basically showing these 4 fights. I hope you stay around for all of them, because it is really interesting watching this fleet work, and literally without any coaching other than just telling him the lineup and letting his knowledge of Negotiator on Negotiator violence, he basically could do this right away. There's no specific turn order that needs to be kind of followed. You just kind of you knock down Anakin so that they do their heal first as usual, and basically problem solve with Rex and work from there. Anyway, have a look at what we've got here. Alright guys, here's a quick overlook of my ships. I've got a 6-star Y-Wing. The abilities are all maxed up. I'm just working on getting that 7-star. Relic 7 Anakin with 5 6E mods, so missing 1. I've got 4 6E mods on my 5s. I've got 3 or 4 6E mods on my Rex, who's only relic 4. G12 plus 0 on Plo with no 6E mods, and no Omegas actually. We got Ahsoka's relic 5, Kenobi's relic 7. Kenobi has 6E mods. Clone Sarge just plus 0, no 6E, and of course we get to Bosk, which is on my bench. You can use either Sarge or Bosk as that second tank if you want to have it in your fleet. Probably Houndstooth is probably better. Relic 2 with 1 or 2 6E mods there. Alright guys, so this is a footage of me. I'm going to go for a no reinforcement win over this guy in my fleet shard. He's got relic 7 Anakin, relic 5 Bosk, relic 5 Ahsoka to start. As you can see, we can get going. We knock the life out of Anakin there. We're going to go ahead and throw up the taunt. It's going to hit Anakin as well, take off his buffs, which is really nice. Puts us in a spot where we're about to kick some ass. And so there goes that. And now we're just going to not pass turn me, we're just going to kill Ahsoka. So now we've isolated that guy, and we're free to just really bash this team as much as we want. So anyway, I often, you'll see in my clip against, if you saw it in the Malevolence fight, I don't use the reinforcement all the time with this, because there's just so much damage and recovery and such in this fleet. I don't really feel like I need to use all the reinforcements. Sometimes I'd rather use a bombing run or another AoE days attack or something along the lines. So that's sort of what I'm doing here. I'm just managing the team that's out there. I'm using Rex to put either put TM on Anakin, or I'm going to use Rex to put more protection onto the Y-Wing. The Y-Wing can get usually, from what I understand, it'll get like 70,000 protection or so from Rex, which is pretty great. So it can really do a lot. So almost always I bring in Plo as the first reinforcement, but as we're going for no reinforcements here, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go and start working through this team as I did. Anyway, we're going to throw out another revive, and they're going to do their days thing, and that's fine. We're going to do that, and then you're toast. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much straightforward. I'm going to show Speed's fleet really quickly. As you can see, he's got a 5-star relic Kenobi. He's got relic 5 Bosk with both Zetas. He's got a relic 7 Anakin with the Zeta, and then he has a relic 5 Ahsoka with the Zeta. So you can see it's a pretty good fleet. Alright guys, so this guy's running a relic 7 Malevolence, but it's only 5-star. This is basically how I run this starting lineup against the Malevolence. It doesn't seem to really matter if it's Sunfac or not. Sadly, the Sunfac version of the Malevolence in my shard doesn't have all of the gear levels and such that make this one difficult. You'll see at the end that this guy has some serious gear levels in his team, and I can probably try to swinging him to set up the Sunfac lead, but as you can see, I'm going to bring in Plo here. This is just to clear off those buzz droids and just kind of get this fleet back to its kind of like set 0. We got rid of the Vulture droid first, the live one, and then after that we went after IG-88. Get that healing out, which can make the Hyena Bomber a real pain in the ass. So we're going to go ahead and reapply the taunt, and that's going to clear off those buzz droids and get the creative immunity on him. Sunfac comes in with the stun, and that's fine. So now we're working on the both tanks. This is going to be reminiscent of the classic Malevolence lineup. We're going to set the bombing run out, and here we go. We're going to try to kill Sunfac first. And they're going to get out some more dots. And here comes the AoE. It's going to clear off 3 and give the Malevolence a turn right away. Or 2. For a second I was like, oh yeah, I killed Sunfac here, right? No. But anyway, yeah, we got the days out. We've got target locks everywhere. We're going to give some turn meter to Anakin as nobody else needs protection. And we're going to pop a hit on the Hyena. We're going to do this. It's going to knock some buffs off. And now we're going to be able to kill Sunfac. And we're going to bring out Ahsoka to do it. I think we just use a basic here. Yeah, just use the basic, clear them out. And then Hyena's gotta die. And there goes Hyena. And that's it, guys. So I'm going to show you his fleet. It's pretty straightforward. He's got a Relic 7 IG-88. That's flying that IG-2000, which is pretty pretty substantial. So you'll see that's a kind of he's got Relic 7 and both Zetas on his Grievous. It's only a 5-star, so I don't have a 7-star to try against in my fleet shards. So this is what I'm using it on. And then he's got, you know, the 7 stars on the Vulture and Hyena with all the abilities maxed. So this is a pretty good fleet. But there's the Relic 7 with the Zeta on the IG-88, and he's got 2 6E mods on that. So that's a pretty well-developed ship, and the stun and the healing can be pretty annoying. Okay, guys, here's Aldous Sandfly doing his first attack. This is going to be the one where he's running it with just Plo, I believe, on the bench. We're going to find out in just a second. We see Relic 7 Anakin, Relic 7 Kenobi with the full 7-star, Relic 7 5s. It's got both Zetas. And then the Hound's Tooth is Relic 3. So this is a pretty well-developed Negotiator fleet. It's kind of crazy that it's sitting at 447. Anyway, so he's going to drop back and bring just these 4 because this is pretty much all that's necessary. And we're going to go ahead and smoke this team. Alright. There goes a big hint. And then Anakin's up. Anakin's going to do his thing. Yep. And then there's the Hound's Tooth. Pain in the butt. We're gonna do the days. Won the RNG for the days there. Here comes the taunt. Hits Anakin and the Hound's Tooth. Then they throw out their days, but they're AOE, but they're already days, so it doesn't really matter. Here we go. It's like, let me just adjust here. Right, so he's going to do the heal on Anakin. Anakin's going to throw out the AOE. That puts the other Anakin behind. Going to do the here's what time for the he goes for the thing, not bringing in Plo, knocking off those debuffs. But anyway, so everybody's got their protection. There we go. Gonna still keep working on that Hound's Tooth, try to get it down. Now is a lovely time for Plo. There it is. There's Big Daddy Plo. It's a Plo job, ladies and gentlemen. The Plo job. Anywho, then they bring in Sarge, as the AI likes to do. Here goes the hit. Still working on the Hound's Tooth, and now we can finally start working on Sarge. Plo goes down. Bye-bye, Plo. Thanks for the debuff, clear. It's at this point you're thinking, this isn't looking so good. Nope, this is totally fine. We are in a good spot. This fleet takes care of itself pretty well. Anakin gets his thing popped, still fine. That's going to, he targeted Sarge with that, but it's going to hit Anakin anyway, which is the idea. Now we're going to do I would have passed Anakin there. But there goes the AoE. Anakin's dead. Hound's Tooth is about to die. There goes Hound's Tooth. Now you can see, like, you're just leaning on the Negotiator fleet with yours, and you've got the buff dispels coming from Y-Wing. You've got Anakin dishing out all sorts of damage. You got Rex loading the bullets for Anakin. This is it's just a very solid fleet. And if your Y-Wing's in a bad spot, you can pass Rex can pass to Y-Wing, which will give it 70,000 protection. So you've got a pretty durable ship that can take a fair amount of beating, especially if they don't have oodles of taunt clears. Anyway, so Anakin does die here. It normally doesn't really go that way, but it's okay because they're down to scraps. So it's like you've basically cleared out their fleet of anything. So anyway, there it is. It's a big win, guys. Alright, guys, so basically this is all you need to beat kind of anything you're going to be going up against. This is really just, this is the lineup. You probably won't need to reinforce again. The idea is you're going to be using the AoE and the bombing runs quite a lot, so you don't really need to bring in the other ships. But anyway, we get the coin flip. We get the burst first, and he's going to go with the Y-wing, throw up that taunt now, and that's fine. It's going to knock should knock the buffs off Anakin. Anakin's near dead and smoked. Pretty simple. Alright, so the Y-wing's fantastic for getting those buffs off Anakin and giving you that second shot. So it's really common to get Anakin dead before they get anything going. So here we go. Just down to 5s and Houndstooth. We're going to throw up that immunity. And here comes his Sarge. Once again, that's not going to change anything. Then we're going to bring in Plo. Oh, is this the no reinforcement? Oh, this could be the clip where he does no reinforcement. But anyway, this is going really, really well. You can see how well this fleet does against negotiators. It's going for the inflict offense down, yeah. There it is. He's gonna put a heal on Anakin. There we go. Anakin's gonna do a big hit. Come on now. Come on now. Show me that no reinforcement. Here's the bombing run. There we go. So this is a 7-star Y-wing that Aldous has here. But here comes the AoE. There goes Houndstooth. They're down to 2 tanks. I mean, it's all very straightforward. This is not going to help them all too that much. Give everybody the buffs. Here. Near here. Bing. And ding. And it's going to do that. Throw the crit immunity there on the Y-wing. Y-wing's going to knock that buff, the Valor, off. Here comes Ahsoka. That's bad timing. But anyway, there goes Sarge. Bombing run. You just keep ripping with this team. It's really fantastic. Pulls a little turn meter off. Ahsoka gets her Undying. Goes after Anakin. This is gonna basically pop her, get her ready to die. Then Anakin should be bringing it home. No, one more hit. And there he is, guys. We've got a no reinforcement win against a maxed negotiator, I believe. It's like it's pretty amazing when that happens. Listen, guys, you're gonna break his little kitty heart if you don't like the video. The little pygmy wampa here, the Yeti himself, he wants you to like the video, and he wants you to subscribe. He's really adamant that you need to just subscribe. I mean, look at that face. Can you say no to that face? I can't say no to that face. He gets treats every day because I can't say no to that face, little guy. But for this little guy's sake, like the damn video, okay? 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 Don't make me get the Yeti again. Don't make me get the Yeti again.